do 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 do. Skarest on gaming.
Hello everyone, this is Skarest here, and we'll be doing a Brawlers Guild Rank 2 revisit, taking a look at Rank 2 as it is on live, instead of as it was on the PTR. We'll be doing our first fight here with Dippy the Penguin, who has 1.2 million health, and Dippy only has one move, however, it's an effective move. Dippy only casts Peck, which is a 1.1 second cast time, which he will cast anytime he is in melee range. If you get hit with Peck, you die. That's pretty much all there is to it. But Dippy does give us one advantage to make this fight actually doable. He has a slippery debuff, which causes him to slip a lot. Basically what this means is anytime you hit him with a direct attack, he will go ahead and slip up. That means dots do not work in this particular case. So you want to hit him with direct abilities, he'll knock back and slip. Something to keep in mind though, especially if you're melee, if you knock him back against a wall, he will instant attack you. You're toast at that point in time. So make sure you back off on him. Our second fight here in Rank 2 is against Kirok, who has 2.1 million health, and he's got a few abilities we're going to have to take a look at. He has a Lightning Bolt, which is a 2-second cast time, which will do about 30,000 nature damage. He also has a Storm Cloud buff, which he just cast out himself right there, which this will go ahead and give him a buff around him that can stack up to 5 times, which when you attack him will cause you to go ahead and take nature damage at that point in time. Now here's where Kirok has a little bit of a trick that we have to deal with. He has what's called a Summon Twister. When he summons this Twister, if it hits you, it will throw you up in the air, causing him to cast Lightning Fury, which is a channeled lightning attack, which will more than likely kill you in the first round. Maybe 2, depending on if you're melee, if you're plate wearing or whatnot. But it's a good shot it's going to take you in 1 round. However, it's easy enough to deal with. When he casts it, you just want to move and be between him and the Twister. At that point in time, it will actually hit Kirok and throw him into the air instead, not allowing him to cast his Lightning Flurry, and allowing you at that point in time to be able to have a few seconds of peace and be able to attack him. Now, you can get hit with it with him at the same time, but he still does not have the ability to cast his Lightning Fury, so that makes life a little bit easier in that case. As long as you get in between him and the Twister, however, this fight isn't too much of a problem. You shouldn't have too hard of a time with it. For Fight 3 here in Rank 2, we have the masterful team of Fran and Rido. Fran, who's the one sitting on top in this group, has 1.3 million health, and Rido has 2.1 million. Now they each have separate abilities. Fran has 2 abilities, which is Throw Dynamite, which does about 25,000 damage in the targeted area. The only way to really counter this is to move around a lot. So keep moving, otherwise just go ahead and take the damage. He also has Goblin Device, which will go ahead and throw a group of landmines around himself, and more than likely you at that point in time, since he's probably going to be on top of you. With the landmines, they will be in a C shape, causing there to be an opening. What you want to do is get out of the landmines by going through that opening. If you hit the landmines or hang out in them too long, you're going to take a good chunk of damage, possibly killing you in 1 round. If not, then Riddle will more than likely finish you off. Now Riddle also has 2 abilities. He has a Throw Net, which will root you. Now, Throw Net and Goblin Device share very close cooldowns. There's a 2-second difference between them, with Goblin Device on a 22-second and Throw Net on a 20-second, meaning you'll get hit with that net when he throws the Goblin Device. So you need to be prepared to be able to break out of that particular snare, or you're going to go ahead and get caught in there and possibly not be able to get out. Riddle also has the Frenzied Riddle ability, which activates when Fran dies, which increases the damage he does by 250%. So ideally, you want to kill Rido before Fran, or in my particular case, just make sure you're prepared to burn the rest of Rido down real quick. Now for our last fight here in Rank 2, we have King Kulaka. King Kulaka has 2.5 million health, and has only one ability, which is a dash ability, which will increase his speed by 60% for 5 seconds. The reason he doesn't need other abilities is because King Kulaka hits like a Mack truck. His hits will do anywhere from about 50,000 damage. In my case of Clothy, I'm taking 54,000 damage a hit, and he can hit you in pretty rapid succession. So you're going to either need to be able to A, take those hits like a man, or B, in my case, run around really quick and try not to get killed. Now, in this particular fight, I decided not to use a pet because the pet tends to die very quickly, so I decided to use my Grimoire of Sacrifice to increase my damage, and then I also picked up the Curse of Exhaustion so I can go ahead and try to slow him down. I went ahead and changed it for the one with the glyph, or not with the glyph, but with the ability, excuse me. That way I can go ahead and slow him down by 70% and give me a chance to run around and be able to get away from him. Now, the real problem that you're going to have with King Kulaka is once you do this part of it, is you have a 2-minute berserk before they go ahead and cast what looks like Rain of Fire across the entire arena, which will kill you. That's going to be your hard part right there. You've got to be able to do that 2.5 million health in 2 minutes while you're trying not to get killed, possibly kiting him around like I am, which is going to make life kind of hard. So eventually you're going to end up having to, if you're a Clothy and you're running around like I am, pop some defensive cooldowns and tank him for a few seconds so you can burn him, which is what you'll actually see me do right here, where I go ahead and pop a defensive cooldown so I can actually take a few hits from him and not worry about dying, so I have enough time to burn him down. Well, folks, that's going to do us for the Rank 2 guide. I do thank you for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, folks, I'll see you in Rank 3.